everyone, welcome to our channel Basic ICT PNG. Here we provide short and clear videos on three categories of ICT. 1. Basic computing, 2. Basic ICT services, and 3. Basics of Microsoft Office applications. This video is based on the basic computing category, and it is the second video on Introduction to Computer System, precisely functions of computer systems. This video covers 4 primary functions of a computer system as well as some common uses of computer systems. Now let's look at functions of computers. While specific functions vary in the different types of computers, there are 4 primary functions of the computer system, and there are input, processing, output, and storage. These functions are often referred to as IPOS. I stands for input, P stands for processing, O stands for output, and S stands for storage. Now let's look at the first function, input. Input function is the process of receiving data and instructions from the user. It is simply the entering of information or commands into the computer system. The most common way to input data is through the keyboard and the mouse. Examples of input function would be typing text, mouse clicks, selection, and a combination both keyboard and mouse actions. Let's look at some examples of input devices. Examples of input devices include keyboard, computer mouse, scanners, cameras, microphones, touchpad, stylus, and others. In this picture here, we see keyboard as an input device, mouse, joystick, trackpad, microphone, webcam, touchscreen, scanners. All of these are input devices. Next, let's look at the next function called processing. Processing function, or the process function, is the process of converting input into useful information. In other words, it involves transforming input into useful output. Here the software directs the processing of input to output, while the hardware performs it. Examples of processing would be loading an audio file to play. For example, when you're loading music, you press play, the computer has to load it into the player to play, and to connecting to a network. These are 2 examples of the processing function is carried out using processing devices. Examples of processing devices will be CPU, GNU, motherboard, sound card, video card, RAM, network card, and others. Next, let's look at the output function. The output function provides the user with the results of the processing function. Output is the visual, auditory, or tactile perceptions provided by the computer after processing the inputs. When the output is used to make changes to input or processing functions, this is referred to as feedback function. Let's look at the examples of output function. Here we look at 2 examples. First example is audio heard from the speakers, and the second example will be display on monitor. For example, the monitor displaying the letter Z after the CPU processes the code that the keyboard sends. Output functions are carried out using output devices. Here are examples of some output devices, such as monitor, printer, speakers, headphones, projectors, touchscreens, plotters, GPS. They are all examples of output devices. Now let's look at the final primary function of a computer, which is storage. The storage function is the process of saving data for later use. Data can be stored in a secondary storage device such as a hard drive or a card. In mobile computing devices such as smartphones, the secondary storage may be SD cards. Also, recording media can also be used to retain digital data. Storage function is carried out using storage devices. Now, examples of storage devices would be USB drives, hard disk, floppy disk, compact disk, cloud storage, and others. This picture here shows some of these storage devices. This diagram summarizes the four functions of computers, the primary functions. As you can see, in input, you input data using input devices. It will be passed on to processing devices where processing function takes place. After the processing function, it can be stored. The storage function takes place, or an output can be given. Now, from the output, a feedback. When you use that output to make changes to processing or input, it's referred to as feedback. And also from output, you can store the output. So this is the primary functions of computer system. Finally, we see a list of computer uses. There are many uses of computers, but here are just 8 examples. 1. Creating documents. You can use computers to create documents such as letters, reports, write-ups, and more. 2. You can use computers to send and receive emails. 3. You can use computers to take or paint pictures. 4. You can use computers to book travel tickets and rooms. 5. You can use computers to solve math problems. 6. You can use computers to play games. 7. You can use computers to help with homework. And 8. You can use computers to order food online. As I said, these are just a few, but there are millions and billions of uses for computers. We've come to the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video on components of a computer.